Hi all, very good morning. Welcome back to my channel. And today we are going to learn very interesting things, that what are the different ways by which we can uh, insert the multiple records in a table in one go. Usually when we are in IT profession, when you are a fresher or you have a very less experience, usually we know, and you are working in a SQL server, usually we know only the one way to insert a records in a table. And what we do, we used to do the copy paste of the same command if we have to insert 6 records, 7 records, 8 records in a table. Okay, so today in this session you will learn what are the different ways by which, not only with the insert into command, there are other commands as well through which you can make your life easy, through which you can insert multiple records in a table and make your work done in seconds. Okay, so no need to do copy paste of the insert into command several times. Okay, so first I'll tell you, I have taken for a reference this table. You can see, as of now I have a data in it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to truncate this record. Okay, so I have truncated this table, and if you see here, now we have 0 records. Okay, so how we are, let's say I have to insert record. Okay, so we have traditional approach, we have a command insert into. Everybody knows, insert, using the insert into command we have to insert the record in a table. So insert into, and then we have to give the name of the table where we wanted to insert. Okay, then we have to provide the column names, and after that values clause, and then value provided. So here in this table, what are the columns? We have 4 columns: id, name, city. So this is the table, customer data, id, name, city, and gender. So please check here, this id is the primary key, but it is not auto incremented, it's not identity, so we have to provide a value for this column as well. Okay, so what I have to do, so let's say id, name, city, and gender. Okay, oops, sorry, this would be the column names, so it will come over here. And here basically you have to provide the values for this column in a same sequence. Like first position of the column is id, so you have to give the value of id first. So let's say id is 1, name would be mine test1, or take some better name. So it's my name. Here it's a name. I have provided the Preeti as a name, and let's say country will be, city will be Delhi, and gender will be F. So this is the way, usually this is the command. Okay, initially when we know that using this command only we have to insert the record. So let's say I have inserted a record, 1 row affected. Okay, but what if I wanted to add 8 records or 6 records in one go? So usually what we do, we have to copy paste this query, okay, 6 or 7 times, and then we have, select, we have to change the values over here, and then we select entire batch of the commands, and then we execute it. Okay, so we do it. So what, in this session you can learn, we do not need to do this thing. What we can do is just remove this entire, uh, so as of now we have 1 record, so let me truncate that record. And if you scroll down here, see, this is the way by which you can insert your records. So here you can see insert into. So what I did, there is a difference. Okay, you can see this is the approach earlier we used, and this you can use it, insert into table, and no need to provide the column names. Okay, if you are providing the values for the columns in correct sequence with the correct data type, there is no need to provide the columns. Okay, if you are not specifying the columns in your insert command, make sure that you are providing the values in a correct sequence and with the correct data type. Let's say id is int, okay, and it is in first position, so you have to provide the value of id in the first position, and that should be in int. You cannot provide 1.6 or something like that. Okay, and if you provide the gender in first place and id in the fourth place, then it's gonna fail if you are not providing the column. So make sure, if you are not providing column, you have to make sure that the sequence of the values which you are providing is the correct. Okay, so here you can see I have, with this command I am going to save insert 4 records in one go. So what you need to do, you have, this is the one record, okay, this is the second record. So all these rows will be separated by commas. So you can we can say that we can, using the same insert into command, you can provide the array of values separated by comma. That way you can provide insert the multiple records in a table. So if I execute this, you can see, so 4 rows affected, that means 4 records is inserted. So if I wanted to show you, see, 4 records are inserted into my table. So this way you can use the insert into values command in a better way to, you know, this we can say it's a optimized way of using the insert into command. Okay, so this you can use the trick. Second way is you can use the insert into values command. Okay, suppose you have to insert into values command. One second, let me write it. Second is using insert into select command. This is insert into. Okay, first way is, this one is, we can say, insert into command. Okay, insert into values command, and this is insert into select. Second way is insert into select. So this is basically used when you have another table, and from that table you wanted to load the data into this table. Okay, or if you have multiple tables which is joined, and the result set of those table, okay, that result you wanted to load into this table. Okay, so that way, or if you have a view, from the table view, you wanted to load the data into this table. So in that case, in that scenarios, we can use the insert into select. So let's say I have one more table, customer data old. Okay, before doing anything, let me truncate this table. Okay, now you can see no record here, and so if I wanted to show this table, what this table consists of, what are the data we have in this table. So this is my, let's say, old table, customer data old table, and I have this 9 records. Okay, I have this 9 records, ID, name and city. So these are my records. So I wanted to load this data from customer old to customer data. Okay, so in such scenario we can use the insert into select. So what would be the command? Insert into, and the simple is dbo dot customer data and select a strip from customer old data. So if I execute this, it is going to insert. As of now it is truncated, there is no data in the customer data, and in customer data old I have 9 records. Okay, if I execute it, all of the 9 records will inserted into customer data. But here we have to make sure that whatever the columns we have, same column should be have here also. Okay, so if you can, I will show you. See, this is the same set of a column with same data type. So if you have that thing, same column, same data type, you can use the asterisk. If not, then you have to specify the column specifically. You have to specify column. Okay, either way, but city and let's say gender. So like that you have to mention the columns. Okay, but in my case all the columns are same, so I can provide the asterisk. Now one more thing, if I execute, all the 9 records will be inserted. Here you can provide the filter also. If you want to insert only the female records, only the records which is whose gender is female, so that also possible. Okay, where gender is equal to, if you do so, what you can do in such scenario. Okay, let's say this table is having a very huge 50,000 records, and you wanted to load only those records or only those employees, let's say, or only those customers who belongs to the particular region. So in that case you can create this query. You can use this queries and insert the record. So let's say if I execute this, see, out of 9, 4 records are female, so I got 4 records inserted. Okay, see, 4 records inserted. Okay, so here if you go, and let's say if I truncated this table, Now I am going to insert all of the records from the customer role. See here, if I execute it, see 9 rows affected. Okay, so using this command you can use bulk record. You can insert the bulk record from the another table to your destination table, to your table. Okay, so this is the second way to insert the multiple records in a table. Third way is you can use a store procedure. You can whatever the data is returning from the store procedure, if you wanted to catch it somewhere in the table, so there also you can do it. Okay, so 3 is insert from store procedure. Okay, so let's create a store procedure quickly. Create proc. Let me give a name. SP insert cust, or not insert, get customer details. Okay, as select ID, name, city, gender from customer data old. Okay, so let's say this is my procedure. My procedure has been created, and what this procedure is doing, it is just giving me the records from the customer data old. It's a very simple procedure. Your procedure can be a little bit more complicated. The intention is to understand the logic first, and once you understand the logic, you can implement that in the very complicated procedure as well. So here, let's say I have created this procedure, and the result of, so how we can execute, we have to use the execute command, and you have to put the procedure name. So let's say execute and see what is the result set. So here you can see all this 9 records is coming as a result of a procedure. Now I wanted to insert this 9 records, which is the result set of my procedure, to my table. So what I need to do, I need to basically do only the one thing, that is insert into, and we have to provide our table, this one, and then only we have to use the execute and provide our procedure name. So insert into this table. So whatever the data is coming, okay, as a result of the store procedure, it will go into this table. So this is the command by which we can insert the procedure data into our table. So let's say if I execute it, I'm not sure I have truncated this table or not. So to double sure, let me truncate this table as a quickly. And if I go here, so if I execute this command, see here 9 rows affected. That means 9 rows is inserted into this table from the result set of my store procedure. Okay, you can see all the 9 records is inserted into table. Gender is coming here. Okay, now we have learned the 3 ways. There is one more way. We can insert from CTE, common table expression. So if you have a common table expression, you have a data and you wanted to insert the data into real physical table, okay, then that also is possible. That is also possible. So let's say I create one CTE, okay, as select the same query I'm gonna use to make everything simple and focus on the logic. Okay, with CTE as this table. Okay, here we have created a CTE, and how we can insert it, whatever the result is coming from the CTE, insert into the same way. Okay, instead of instead of store procedure, you have to provide the CTE. So here it is very simple. Insert into, and then select asterisk from our CTE. Okay, so this way, so let's try to execute this. Oh, violation of primary key. Why we got it? Because we have not truncated and we already have a data into this table. And now I'm going to insert the record, the same record customer data from customer data old to this table. So that's why it is saying, because our ID is the primary key, right? The same values we cannot insert twice. So see, the data is already there. So let me truncate it and then try to insert the record from the CTE customer common table expression. So here now my table is uh, truncated. Now this is blank. Now if I execute, see, 9 rows are affected. So all the 9 rows will be inserted into my table using my common table expression. So this is the one of the way, if you are getting the multiple records from the common table expression and you don't know, you want to capture those things in a physical table. So this way also you can use. Okay. And the last one is something, if you have a record in the CSV file or in the text file and you wanted to load that multiple records in a table in a one go, so that is how you can use that. Those right, insert from, let's say, .txt file. You have a txt file, you wanted to load the data. So let me open this txt file. So I have, you can see, customer data txt file. So if I open this txt file to show you, so you can see here I have one text, these values. Okay, two records I have. So these two records I wanted, let's assume as of now two records, but it could be a multiple records here. So as of now two records. Okay, so I wanted to load the data from txt file to my SQL Server table. So for that we have, how we can do it? So for that we have a bulk insert command. Okay, because we are inserting in bulk. So whenever we load the data from CSV, from txt, from XLS file, we use the bulk insert. Okay, because we are inserting in a bulk mostly. So that the command goes like this: insert into, oh sorry, bulk insert. And in which table you wanted to bulk insert? I wanted to bulk insert into this table. Okay, and from where? From this location. Okay, so I have to give the location. So here is eBackup and customer data. So I need to provide eBackup and then customer data.txt. I believe this is the name, customer data.txt. Okay, so now I wanted to bulk insert, but we have, whenever we use the file, we have to give certain information to consume this file to the SQL Server database engine. Okay, so we, with the help of with class, we can give the definition of txt file, CSV file, XLS file, so that our bulk insert will be able to read the records from that particular set of file, particular file, to understand the definition of file basically. So here we have to use to how our data is been loaded or is present in this file. So with this fields, one is field delimiter. So field delimiter is our and row delimiter. So there are two settings. Sorry, row delimiter, and this is our new line. Some spelling mistake, I believe. Okay, row delimiter and field delimiter. So if I wanted to load this in data, okay, let me execute to see. Now there is a problem here. I believe, one second. Sorry, field terminator and row terminator, not delimiter. My bad. So here we have a two settings: field terminator and row terminator. Okay, so terminator. Let me write it down, then I'll explain. So field terminator and row terminator. So here we have a two settings: field terminator and row terminator. Okay, so terminator, let me write it down, then I'll explain. Okay, so terminator, let me write it down, then I'll explain. Okay, so terminator and row terminator. So here we have a two settings: field terminator and row terminator. Okay, so Okay, so here what is happening if I open this txt file? Okay, see, the field terminator means these are the fields. Okay, how these fields, one, text, Delhi, F, these fields are getting separated. Okay, these fields are separated by comma. Okay, field terminator. So that is where, that is what it's written over here. What is the field terminator? My field terminator in my text file is comma. It's not tab, it's not a semicolon, it's a comma. Okay, the second is row terminator. How the two rows is getting terminated, how the two rows is getting separated from each other. Okay, so that is new line. So my second row is coming in the new line, third row is coming in the new line. So that is why I have mentioned, sorry, I have mentioned new line. Okay, so now if I execute this, oh, I have to truncate this table again. I keep forgetting to truncate this table. That's why I'm getting this violation of primary key. So now my move this. Now if I execute, see, two rows are affected. So two rows, whatever is in the text file is coming into this table. So let me show you the content which we had. See, one text Delhi, Kolkata. Okay, text two. So this is the same data we have in the file. See, same data. Okay, so same data has been added. So I hope you like this video and you got some informative, some new information today. You learned some new thing. So here we have covered, let me summarize it. Here we have covered how we can insert the multiple records in a table using the insert into values. No need to specify the columns when we are good to give the values in a correct sequence in the correct, and you can provide these values, okay, with the comma separated arrays. So that way you can insert the multiple records in a one go in a table. Then second is, if you wanted to second is using the insert into select, when you wanted to insert the records from the multiple table, from multiple table joined, or from view. So that way you can use this, okay, this command. Third is from store procedure, simple store procedure which is returning the data that that data you can capture into your table, okay, using insert into command, and then simple you can execute the your store procedure. This is the third way. Fourth is, if you have data in the CTE, usually the CTE is virtual table. So if you wanted to get that virtual data loaded into your physical table, you can use this command. Okay, and the finally, when you have any data in the txt file, CSV file, you can use this bulk insert command to insert multiple records from a txt file to your table. So I hope you like this video and you learn something new. Thank you and have a nice day.